It's 5 o'clock, it's Wednesday, it's time for...
Craig and Ryland's Magic Review Show. I'm Craig.
Hey, cheeky. He's Ryland, and welcome to another review show. This is where we have a look at some of the latest and greatest tricks that the magic community has had released, and we tell you whether they're good or they're... bad. Or rubbish. And we perform...
Well, they're worth 1 billion trillion minus percent.
Yeah, one of those.
Minus 1 billion trillion.
And we perform everything that we review, don't we?
Yes.
We're going to be starting off with a new item from Penguin Magic from a creator called Dancy. This, I'm telling you right now, spoiler alert, this is a fantastic product for a working professional. Let's have a look at that right now. Okay, so the first review that we have up is Dancy's Misprint 2.0 by Penguin Magic. So this is by P3, this is Misprint 2.0. Really nice box, comes with everything inside that you need. Really good instructional DVD by Nick at Penguin Magic. You know what, there's a lot to like about this product. If you haven't seen it before, it's really visual. I think Luke brought out Misprint 1 a long time ago, and Misprint, but I never really it wasn't on my radar back then, but Misprint 2, oh my gosh, is this a good product. Let's do a full performance of it first of all, give you an idea of one of the things that you can do with it, because there is actually lots of options, and then we'll talk about what we think. Sound good?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, right, so I've got a pack of playing cards, and I'm going to show you something right here. 52 cards. Now, it doesn't matter whether I see what the card is or not. Can you do me a favour, man? Can you just touch a card? What would you like?
It's a diamond.
My favourite card. My favourite card. Would you? Cool. You sure you want the ace of diamonds?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to show you something with the... this has got a misprint. And it's the only one in the packet. You picked the only card in the pack that's been misprinted. I hate it when this happens. Sometimes Bicycle, they misprint the cards. Luckily, as I'm a magician, I can just take this card and give it a little squeeze like that. And what I can do is I can start to squeeze it and check that out. I can make it so that now the back is perfectly okay. And I'm ready to start showing you a trick with this card. Okay, so that is a really simple performance of Misprint 2.0. Technically, that routine that I just showed you was misprint. The whole idea of having a card picked, having the back kind of skew if, and then fixing it. Misprint 2 is what they've added with the second version, is they've given you the gaffed cards that you need in order to do it on the face as well. So you can look at the face of the card like a king or a queen, and it's obviously been misprinted, and you can start to flex the card and you can have it so that the face of the card fixes itself. And there's lots of different routines on the download, but one routine that they talk about, which is really good, is having someone pick a card. It's the card that they pick is the only one that's got like the back misprinted, so they fix the back. Then they look at the front, and the front's been misprinted, so they fix the front, and then they're left with a regular card which they can go into. What do you think of it?
I think it's very good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I really like about this? I think, and I know you said this to me when you first saw it, you said to me, Dad, I think this would make a good opener, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that. I think that the challenge when you're doing commercial close-up magic is having an opener that kind of establishes you as a magician straight away, so that people don't think that your Uncle Bob that, you know, does the 21 card trick or whatever. What's nice about this opening is no one will have seen that before. No one will have... It's easy. Yeah, it's really, really easy to do. It's not difficult at all. You can do it.
Is it good for close-up?
It's amazing for close-up. In fact, it wouldn't really work from stage because people wouldn't be able to see the card.
Would it be good for a finisher?
No, that's a good question, but no, I don't think it would, because the whole... I think it's too quick, and I don't want to say weak. Weak's not the right word, but I think it's too quick to do as a finisher. You know, a finisher should be like that big finish, that grand finish. But what's really nice about this is this establishes you as a magician. And
is it good for virtual shows?
Can I get back to that? Can I just make my point first?
Yeah.
What's really good, but that's a good question. Just give me 1 minute. Well, I think that you should establish yourself as a magician. So if you are a magician, if you're standing in front of people saying, I can do magic, you should be able to take a situation like having a misprinted card, and you should be able to fix it. If a magician had a misprinted card in their deck, they wouldn't go, oh, I'll just chuck that one away. They'd fix the misprint, and then they keep it in the deck, and that's exactly what you're doing here. You're finding a misprinted card, you're fixing it. Yes, it would be good for virtual shows, absolutely, because it's got that visual. Also, there's so many options inside the case that it comes in, because you get loads of gaff cards, you get loads of gaffs. you get a special something which you can use to make up your gaff cards, and they teach you how to make extra gaff. So if you ever run out of gaffs, or your gaff wears out, or you lose it, you can make more very, very easily. In fact, I actually came up with an idea for this, which they never talked about, which makes it kind of like a Red Hot Mama style routine, and that's what I think I'm going to be going with, because I quite like that idea. And for those of you that have got Misprint 2.0, I took a blank-faced card and I made a gimmick out of a blank-faced blue-backed card, which technically makes a Misprint red-blue double-backer. For anyone who's got this, that will make total sense. But it allows you to do a Red Hot Mama style routine, but just the first page. But it allows you to actually have a card picked, have one card change colour in the deck and it's misprinted, fix the misprint, and then have that card turn back to blue. In fact, I'll perform that for you. Let's perform it right now. Okay, right, so I'm going to do a card trick right now, okay? Card trick time, buddy. Do me a favour, grab a card, any card that you want to. I'll turn around, just if you can just flip it over and show the camera I'm not looking, that would be good. You got it there?
No, bring it down.
Got the card? Brilliant stuff. So, Ryan, I'm going to shuffle through the cards anytime you want to. Just say stop.
Stop.
Cool, put the card back there. And I'm going to try and find your card by making one card in the pack stand out. Check it out, look. Just like that, one card and one card only stands out. There you go. One card stood out, one card only. There's one card that stood out, one card with a red back that's been misprinted, and that would be the 4 of spades. Is that your card?
Yes.
Yeah, the only problem is, I mean, this card is misprinted. It shouldn't be in a blue deck like that. Let me just see if I can just take that card and I can fix that. Check that out. Look, can you see I've fixed that misprint right now?
Yeah.
There's still another problem though. Do you know what it is?
What?
Even though I've fixed the misprints, we can't have a red card in a blue deck. But I've got an idea. If I snap my fingers, do you know what happens?
What?
I can fix the back as well and make it the same colour as every other card in the pack. So that's my idea with the gaff.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it? Because it's taking like Red Hot Mama, and it's just taking it a completely different direction. To be honest, like I said, that's probably how I'm going to use this. I like the idea of doing something really quick like that, because you've still got the whole thing of, oh, this card's misprinted, but you've got a magical moment out of it. Their card is misprinted with a red back. You then fix the misprint, and then you turn it back into blue, and you're left with a regular deck of cards. You just need to palm out the gaffed card, and you're left with a regular deck of cards to do whatever you want with it. So yeah, I mean, I really like this. I think it's great. The download is awesome. It's very easy to do. It's quick. It's visual. Have you got any other questions? Do you like it?
Not really. I've said like 6 of them.
So you're going to do this you're going to do this?
Probably.
Yeah, you're going to do it? Yeah. You can do it on your YouTube channel? What are you going to give it, buddy?
100.
100%. 100% from him. I'm giving it 98%. Honestly, if you're if you're a working pro, you want to get this. This is exceptional. It's really great. It's an instant reset. It's the sort of thing that a worker would really get a lot of mileage out of. It's called Misprint 2.0. It's by Luke Dancy. It's through Penguin Magic, and it is highly recommended. Okay, so review number 2 is something called Ball to Cube, which came out, sold out very, very quickly, and it's now come out again. And you know what? It's a sponge ball to a Rubik's Cube, which is a really random idea. And all you have to do in this house is hear the words Rubik's Cube, and Ryland's like, "It's mine, give it me. I will be doing the Rubik's Cube tricks in this house." So,
what happens if there's 4 Rubik's Cube tricks? I'll have to do all of them.
You'll have to
do
I'll just sit here and just watch you. I'll just sit here and watch you all day. Right, okay. Are you gonna show them the trick? Because it is really quick, and that was one of your issues with it. But let's
10 seconds.
Okay, so can you perform it for everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it, Ray.
Daddy? I've got this sponge ball.
Okay.
And this sponge ball can grow things.
Can it?
I've never seen what it can grow.
Really?
Shall we try it?
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Okay, I'm going to put it in my hand and get ready for it to grow. I'm going to put it in.
Okay.
Push it in. There we go. And now I'm going to plant it. 1, 2, 3. And it is a sponge Rubik's Cube.
Okay, it's a sponge Rubik's Cube. Very, very good. What's that meant to be? Okay, so yeah, so that's ball to cube. How did that look there, Sarah? Did it come across on camera? Yeah, good. I obviously couldn't see it from the camera side. So what you have here is you have one of those old-fashioned growing ball type things, which I actually use in my virtual show. But this is a ball into a Rubik's cube. Now I'm just gonna reset it so don't move. You've got a couple of issues with this, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell them about the issue while I reset it here?
Number one, it's very quick. For a start, I don't like things that are like very, very quick. Like things that are very, very quick, I don't really like.
Yeah, you know what? I do agree with his point.
And if it's kind of hard to reset.
It takes a few seconds to reset, but that's not really an issue for what it is. But I do agree with that point. I think that more and more creators now are bringing out tricks that are just that. It's literally a quick visual trick. Craziest, a perfect example. This is another perfect example.
I think it should come with a routine. Like, I think you should have some tomatoes, and then so you do it like make your own tomato trick up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and at the end you say this tomato is very special. You can grow things, and then you push it into your hand, and it turns into a rose.
Yeah, I do prefer it when routines.
I think someone should create that.
Okay, well, maybe you and I can, but I do agree that when creators bring magic out these days, a lot of it is, here's a trick, come up with your own idea. And I miss the old days when you got a fully formed routine. Having said that, this is really nice. You know, it's based on the growing cube, the growing ball, and you know, the whole idea of it is your hands are quite small, so it was quite difficult for you to do. But the whole idea is it goes into the hand, you squeeze, and when you squeeze, what happens is it turns into a Rubik's cube. Now, here's the thing: this does not look like a real Rubik's cube.
It might be good for virtual, but for the live, for live, that'll just look terrible.
Now, yeah, it does. I don't know if this would be. I don't know if this is marketed as a ball turns into a real Rubik's cube. If that's marketed as a ball turns into a real Rubik's cube designed for live performances, that's terrible. He is right. For a virtual show, when you kind of back a little bit and you're performing this routine,
Rubik's cube on virtual,
and then you can probably switch it. So as you go to say, let me do something with this Rubik's cube. I just need to get this bag or something. And as you go to get the bag, you switch the cube.
Yeah. You switch the cube and then you can go into a cube trick.
Yeah, go into a cube trick or something.
You could do that trick where you have that. Actually, no.
Now, if you were doing this,
actually, you could.
Could you?
Yeah. Like you could do that trick,
and
then what you could do is you could take that cube, do that like thing, and then it turns in, and then the other old Rubik's cube turns into glass. You can do that. The real Rubik's cube could be set up to do that trick.
Yeah. The other thing that you could do is, you know, Rubik's 360. No, yeah, Rubik's 360. Yeah. Is that what you mean with the shell that goes on it?
No, not that one. The one that only you do.
Oh right, yeah, I know what you mean. But you could, yeah, I get it. You could do, but right, if you see Rubik's 360, the one that you did on stage a few times before you started doing the Venom Cube, you could actually, in the real world, if you had a bag here as well, you could turn the ball into a sponge cube. And you could say, well, you know, unfortunately, I was going to show you a trick with a cube. This isn't the real cube. You could take the bag, put the sponge cube inside the bag, but you're putting it inside the shell, and then you put the lid on the shell, and you go, boom, if I snap my fingers, and you could have a real cube in there as well. If I snap my fingers, look, it turns into a real cube, and you say, oh, you're probably thinking the sponge cube's in here. Well, no, that's a real cube as well, and you tip out, and you've ended up with two real cubes, the bag's empty, and then you can just pick up the real cube and go into whatever it is that you want to go into. So there are options with it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to do this. I like the idea of it. I think that, you know, there's probably going to be somebody out there that does this. I do use growing tomato, as you know, in my virtual show, but this is something that I just wouldn't do. I like it. It's clever. Here's the thing: what you see is what you get. If you like the idea of turning a sponge ball into a blatantly sponge cube, and you have an idea where this will work in your act, then go for it. The download is about 4 minutes long and just teaches you how to do the routine. So don't expect any routining advice, but if you have an idea as to where this could fit into your act, then this might be something you want to go for. For me, it's getting 60% purely because it's not going to go into my act, and I definitely am not going to use it. But, you know, it's not getting a low grade because it's decent. It's good quality. It's just something I can't use. What do you think?
95.
95?
Yeah.
Not 100. You're going to use it?
Yeah. I'm going to use it.
You can do it in your review show. No,
I don't have my own review shows.
Maybe you should. I bet people would love to see the Ryland review show.
That would be cool.
Don't upstage me. You're going to do this on a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, 95% from him, 60% from me. If you've got a place for in your act, go for it. Okay, so review number 3, we have TOCA, which stands for Thought of Cards Across, by Morgan & West. Yeah, now I've got full disclosure, I'm a massive Morgan & West fan. I think those guys are absolutely brilliant. I've seen them live a couple of times. Really, 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 really good. Morgan & West rock, and their book on parlour shows is brilliant. This is their Thought of Cards Across routine. So I'm going to perform it for you first of all, and then we're going to talk about what we think about it. Okay, so let's go into the performance right now. Okay, right, check this out. I've got a little black wallet, yeah?
Okay.
And inside this wallet, I have 20 cards. Now, I want to be as fair as I can. So, look, I'm going to pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards there. And I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards there. Is that fair?
Yeah.
That's fair, isn't it? 10 cards here, 10 cards here. Now, the other thing I should show you is that these cards are all red. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can everyone see that there, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And these cards over here, they are all black. Hopefully you can see that. Now, Ryland, what I would like you to do is just think of one of those cards.
Yeah.
You got one? So you are thinking of a card right now, yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something impossible. Watch this. I do nothing. And it's done. Seriously, it's done. You're thinking of a card, and I've just done the impossible. How many cards were here in the red packet?
10.
10. Check this out, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's now 2 cards here that weren't here before. Now, logic dictates if there's 11 cards here, how many cards do you reckon are over here?
9.
9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How weird's that? But just tell me, do you see your card? Do you see your card? Lift your hands off the table. So 1 card has gone from this packet and you do not see your card. There's 11 cards in this packet. For the first time, Ryland, what was the name of your card?
9 is spades.
Are you serious? Check this out. Look, I want you to see red, 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 red. Yeah?
Yeah.
Red, red, red. Red, red. All these cards are red.
Red.
And there's this 1 card here, the 11th card, that appeared here out of nowhere. And you could have thought of any card, and you thought of the 9 of spades, right? Boom.
Ooh.
And that is Thought of Cards Across. Right, this is my favourite part of any review show, because little smug pants over there, do you know how it works? Do you have any idea how it works? No. Can you formulate even a slight plan as to how this trick works?
No.
Or have you completely baffled?
I'm completely baffled.
I purposefully hasn't told him how this trick works because I knew this trick would fool him, and it has. It has fooled the pants off him. And here's the interesting thing. Every single principle that's at work in this trick, you know all of those principles. You know all of the things that's happening in this trick, and yet the construction of the routine fooled you completely. And that's what's so great about this. What's really good about this, it's a cards across, but it's not like, can you let your hair go? It's trying to grow his hair to look like Matt Smith in Doctor Who, because that's his favourite doctor. So he's desperately waiting for his hair to grow a little bit longer so he can be a Matt Smith haircut. Leave your hair alone, okay? Just like me, I don't play with my hair.
That's because you have no hair.
Shut up. I'm talking about the review show now, not about my hair. Anyway, or lack of hair. Anyway, can we get on with it? Right. The beautiful thing about this routine is the construction. It's called a thought of cards across, and it is a cards across in one way, but it's really not a cards across because the clarity, it's so beautiful the way it's constructed. Go back and watch the performance again. You count 10 cards. They clearly see there's 10 cards. You count 10 cards. You clearly see there's 10 cards. And then they think of a card, and that card jumps from the one packet to the other with no moves, no palming. As they say, you do nothing. You then show there's 11 cards here. You show there's 9 cards here. You say, is your card gone? They say yes. And for the first time, they name their card, and it's the only one that's in that packet. It is beautiful. The construction of this routine is absolutely fantastic. It's a real worker. Now, on the download, it's by Card Shark, so you can imagine that the quality of the cards are good. The quality of the product is good. The download is by Morgan & West. They are very, very funny and very in character with their show when they're actually doing the presentation and they're doing the explanation. They do a full performance, a full studio performance. They do a 2-person performance because obviously when it's done in their show, it's the 2 of them together. So they do a 2-person performance, which is useful if you're a two-person act or you're thinking about putting a 2-person act together. And then they break it down. And even though it is very easy to do, and by the way, even though it fooled you, it's incredibly easy. Even though it's very easy to do, they go into it in great detail. They also talk about how to reset it. It takes about 15 seconds to reset. But Christian, who owns Card Shark, comes on with some extra ideas at the end, and he talks about how you can do an instant reset, which makes it really super commercial, because Christian's obviously demmed it in conventions, and he's gone and worked out a way of having it reset instantly every single time. Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful routine. It's the sort of thing that would play well on stage. It would play well close up. The cards can't be examined at all. Neither packet can be examined. But the whole idea is during the routine, you're getting the cards out of play, and that you're left with just the one card that jumped across, which they technically could examine. But, you know, I mean, Morgan & West have done this for years on stage. I don't think people are going to want to examine the cards, but you don't know until you go and try it. You don't know yourself. What do you think of it? I mean, I didn't let you watch the download, so you don't know how it works. But what do you think of it as a routine? I think it's exceptional.
Yeah. I'm going to give it...
Do you want to learn it? Are you going to want to learn this?
Yeah, 100.
Also, for virtual shows, this would be really good as well, because you can literally have the camera on the mat and they can see 10 cards. And because there's no palming, the camera could literally burn the packets. There's nothing to see. So what are you going to give it? 100. 100% for Ryland. I'm giving it 99%. I think it's exceptional. I'm definitely going to do it. It's a really good product. 99% from me. 100% from him. Highly recommended. Morgan & West are absolutely brilliant, by the way. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. They are exceptional. Okay, so the final review today, we have a Wanderlust by Vernet Magic. And this is a new mentalism routine. It says on the back here, each spectator can stop wherever they want to. Really clever method. You'll fool yourself. I don't believe that you will fool yourself. That's ridiculous. No, I wasn't fooled by it. I'm not saying it's not good, but I wasn't fooled by it. Ideal for parlour and stage. Pat Paul plays big. Ideal for the mentalist, magician, and MC. You receive all the elements to perform it immediately. Right, okay, so this is Wanderlust. We're going to do a performance for you. Me and Ryan are going to perform it together, and then we are going to talk about what we think about it, okay?
Yeah.
So, we are going to do this on your sister and your mom.
Yes.
Because Mommy and Thea... they are best friends, aren't they? Just like you and I are best friends, they're best friends.
We hang out together.
We hang out together. They hang out together.
Yeah.
And so you were saying to me earlier on, because those two hang out together, it means that they are in...
sync.
They're in sync. What do you reckon, girls? Do you reckon you're in sync?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're more in sync than me and Mommy, so it might actually work.
Mommy, you and me... Daddy, you and me are in sync.
We're definitely in sync. Right, let's see if Mommy is in sync. Right, first of all, what we have here is you have a map. We'll get back to that in a minute. And we also have some playing cards, but these aren't playing cards. They've got maps on them. Not maps on them, I should say
flags.
Maps. That's not true. They've got flags on them.
That's the map.
There we go. They've got flags on them. And you've got a whole bunch of different flags. Lots of different flags. So first of all, we need Thea to pick a flag, don't we? So do you want to do that? And you explain to Thea what's happening.
Yeah, Thea, whenever you're up to, I just want you to say stop. Not straight at the beginning. Stop. That one or that one? Top or bottom? Top.
You mean that one, Thea?
The...
This one here?
Yeah.
That one?
Okay.
Okay, do not show me or Ryland. This is your flag. Thea, do you know what country this flag is from?
No.
No. I'm hoping... Don't tell us! Don't tell us. We didn't hear, but do not tell us. I knew she was going to shout it out then. Don't tell us. Can you hold on to that flag, please? There you go. That's wonderful. Oh, my gosh. Your sister almost told us what the flag was. That would have been bad. Right. Okay. So we have a flag. Now, we also have... You can put those over there, Ryland. We also have a map, don't we, buddy?
Yes.
This is a map of the world. And we're going to... They've got all the places. They've got all the places. And what we're going to do is... Yeah, I'm like Jackie Chan, I am. We're gonna tear this. You have this half. Face the camera. Smile. You're in show business right now. We're gonna tear this up. So first of all, what I want you to do is fold it in half and give it a tear down the middle, just down the middle. If you can give it a tear down the middle, that would be great. Then put those pieces together like that, Ryland, and take them and tear them down the middle again. We're trying to get lots of pieces, and then put them together. And we're going to do it again, so tear them again, down the middle, there we go, and then put them together, and tear them again, down the middle. Don't drop any, because if you drop any, I'll kill you. Then take them, and tear them down the middle again. Gosh,
yes,
this takes strength.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. I'm not very good at this. Whatever. Okay, so, can I have all of those pieces? That's because yours weren't even torn very well, but whatever. Okay, we've got lots of pieces. Sarah, I'm just going to deal pieces down onto the table like this. Lots of different pieces. And as I deal pieces down onto the table, you're going to say stop. And wherever you stop, you're going to have a look at that piece. Now, we'd be in trouble here because that would be the ocean. I want you to ideally stop on a country. So say stop anytime you want to.
Stop.
Okay, so I was about to deal that one. Do you want the one on the table, the one in my hand, or the one on the packet?
The one in your hand.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Would you like to change your mind? No? You're happy? Okay. Yeah. So what I want you to do is take this for a second and have a look at it. Now, if there's more than one country on there, pick one of those countries. Okay. If there's not more than one country on there, what I want you to do is just... And is there a country on there, first of all? There is. Do you want to show the camera? That's great. There is a country on there. And on the count of three...
Yeah. On the count of three, for the first time, say your card. 1,
Thea.
2, Japan. I didn't even say 3. 3, Japan.
Japan! Prove that they are in sync together.
We haven't even had your thing. What was yours?
Japan.
Yeah, pass me that. Look at that. There you go. We got Japan the flag, and we got Japan the country. Proof that Thea and Mommy are actually best friends forever. Boom! There you go. Nice two-person representation right there. So that is Wonder. What is it? Wanderlust, something like that.
Wanderlust.
Now he has a big issue with this trick. First of all, I'm prefacing. We both like it, don't we?
Yeah.
We do like it.
But there's a very, 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 very big issue.
Okay, what's the big issue there?
They only send you 5 copies.
Yes. The trick involves you having to tear up a map in a very specific way. And it's not the easiest. It's not difficult, but it requires a bit of practice. And they send you 5 maps.
And you put... And I only had 1 map left. I had to use 4 of them to practice, and I was very lucky I didn't screw this up. Luckily, you were helping me.
Yeah, luckily I was the one that was tearing up the map, so we're okay. But that's the problem. You want to practice it, okay? It's the sort of thing that you want to practice an awful lot. But the only way to practice it is to tear up the map. And once you've torn up a map, you can't use that gimmick again, and you've only got 5 maps that you can actually do.
And you've got to be careful not to throw like 12 pieces away in the bin.
Yeah, which you have done twice now. Yeah. Once in recycling and once in the bin. Yeah, 3. You keep throwing away the gimmick, which is terrible.
2 times in the bin, once in the recycling.
Yeah, exactly.
I had to open the bin and dip myself in. No, not the bin, the recycling big bin. I had to chuck myself and find all 12 pieces back out.
I know, right? But here's the thing. It comes, I mean, to be fair to them, it comes with a link to a PDF where you can print off as many maps as you want to and as many gimmicks as you want to. But the problem is This isn't the sort of thing that you can print at home. This isn't a thing that you can very easily print at home in a home printer. You'd have to go to a printing company to print this up. Now, that's not a problem. I have a printing company that I use, and I actually do plan on printing up loads of maps for this because I do really like it. However,
10, 20, 30,
you know,
40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
That's what he's going to give it, is 100, definitely. But
You're also going to need to get 100 copies.
You're going to need a lot of copies. So I don't mind printing off loads of maps and going to my printer guy and saying, look, I want loads of copies. But you want to practice it a bit first and try it out a bit first. And that was kind of frustrating. But the method, I really...
You've got to have one to show him, haven't you?
No, because it's on a PDF. It's on a file, so you just give it them and they print it off. But here's the thing. It's not a close-up item. As you can probably tell from the presentation, it's not something that you can do close-up. It is not an instant reset by any stretch of the imagination. It's close to an instant reset if you have 10 maps prepped. So if you had 10 maps prepped, you could do it 10 times because the pack of cards resets itself pretty much instantly. And it takes probably about a minute or 2 minutes to prep a map once you've actually had them printed off. But it's not a close-up item. It's not something you do close-up. It is something that you would do on a parlour show or a stage show. And I love the idea of doing this on a couple and talking about, well, maybe you're in sync. You might have synergy with each other. Doing this for a bride and groom, this might be a great top table tick.
So if you want to...
Yeah. So if you want to do this to a bride and groom at a wedding, and you want to do a special trick for them at the end of the wedding breakfast, or you want to do a special trick for them on the top table, this is something that would work really, really well, and it would completely baffle them, and it would work really well because the angles are perfect. There's no angles really, and it's very easy to do. There's nothing to hide, but it's not the sort of thing that you carry around and you do close up with you more than just a one-off presentation. I actually put an idea for something like this on 5x5 using a Jay Sankey item and Places by Luch. So I actually put an idea for something like this, but for stage, this is even better. So this is great. Here's the thing. We like it because we both perform on stage. We also do a two-person show, and I think You're okay today? You haven't too much sugar?
No.
And I think with enough thought, we could do this in our two-person show. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Get somebody up and do it. Get a couple up and do it to a couple. I think that'd be really good. So we like it. We're going to do it. I love it. He loves it. You suck at ripping up the map. Like, you suck so badly. I did not realise, for a kid that can do so much, how sucky you are at ripping up maps, which is why my job is ripping up the map and he's doing the force. But I really like it. I'm going to give it 100%. What about you?
Yeah.
100%. For those people that are, it is what it says on the thing. It's a pack small, plays big thing that would work to a big audience. That's very, very different. Really nice presentation. I'd recommend it. It's 100% from me. It's 100% from him. If you've got a place and you act for it, get it.
And that's another review show in a bag. No, do you know what? If you remember, I always do it on your shoulder. Do it again afterwards.
Go on then.
And that's another review show in a bag.
You ever heard of the thing, never work with animals and children? Anyway, that's another review show in the bag, as he said. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. There's some really good items this week. Some really, really, really good items. Let me know what you think is best. What's your favourite this week?
I don't know.
What's your favourite? I think mine is the map trick, the Wanderlust, or maybe Misprint.
Probably... Yeah, Misprint.
I don't know, they're all good. They're all good. I like them all. I like the cards across that fooled you.
Yeah, I like Misprint.
Yeah, they're all really good. Anyway, make sure that you follow him. He is the Kid Magician on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more review shows like this. Like the video, comment down below. Thank you once again for watching. Really, really appreciate it. We'll be back next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I'm Craig.
I'm Ryland.
See you again. Bye, everyone.